Hi guys, welcome back to Rankle Reptiles. My name is Hector and today I'm co-hosted by Sprinkles here, my pastel Batman. And today I'm going to be talking about breeding ball pythons from the male's perspective. Now if you like these videos, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below on your thoughts on the video or maybe even a suggestion for a future video. And thanks for coming by and checking out the vid. Now, ball python breeding females usually get the most attention, simply because they are the ones that are going to be developing and laying the eggs. Fair point. However, there's also things you need to look at your male to make sure he's also properly ready. It takes two to tango, right? So males need to be, online it says they need to be at least a year old and right around 500 grams. I do not agree with that. The bulk of this conversation I'm going to be having is talking about these two things. I believe that a male should be older, right around a year and a half, and he needs to be larger than 500 grams. In a world of minimums, it's very easy to give bad information, right? So I personally believe that a male ball python should be at least a year and a half, and above 1,000 grams. Why do I believe that? Well, a snake that is older is more sexually mature, right? So at a year and a half, your male ball python is most absolutely producing sperm plugs. And if the snake weighs at least 1,000 grams, that means that the male has enough calories to burn and allocating a lot of its mass to producing sperm. I'm going to be saying sperm a lot in this video because we are talking about males, and their one job is to produce and deliver it. So purely based on output, though of course you're going to find some differences between individuals, larger males will most likely deliver larger quantities of genetic material, right? It's just common sense. A bigger male is going to deliver more. So I think that when I'm trying to make sure I have a successful clutch and make sure that the female does not slug out, or as in produce inviable eggs, because those slugs are still taxing on the female and those eggs aren't going to produce anything. So in order to make sure I don't produce any slugs, you got to make sure that your male is not the limiting factor, right? So the more genetic material your male is able to produce and deliver, the better your chances, I believe. A 500 gram male, I believe, will probably produce much less and increase your chances of producing more slugs. So bigger male, older male would probably benefit you more. Now, not all males are as eager as Sprinkles here to pair up and reproduce. Some males have absolutely no drive, as you would call it. There's several tricks you can do. You can introduce like a female shed skin of a female to the male's enclosure, and that might kick them into overdrive. Or you can introduce a male, or you're able to basically get, say, your target male that you want to breed with your snake, throw him into the enclosure with the female, and grab a second male, pull out some sperm plugs or pull out some sperm. Yes, they do usually have like old sperm in their cloaca area, and rub that on the female. So what's going to happen is that the male that you want to breed is going to smell that genetic material on the female, because you are going to have a rub it down the female's back. The male, your target male, is going to smell that and he's going to think, oh no, someone got here first. I got to make sure that I tap this to make sure my genetic material gets passed on. It kind of spurs on competitiveness and in male ball pythons. If that doesn't work, then you probably just have a male that has low drive. If your male is old enough, that is. So maybe that male probably won't do as good. Sometimes it might even be the female. Maybe the male just doesn't like that female and refuses to pair up with her. However, he'll lock up with anything else in your collection. So keep an eye out for that. Usually I've never really seen that to be the case. However, I've people have talked about it online. So all in all, make sure that your male is big enough. Make sure your male is old enough. If you are going to breed at 500 grams, make sure that you don't pair up too many females with that male. That it's taking a lot of energy from a 500 gram male to pair up than it is for a bigger male. So make sure you don't overexhaust your males. I give this guy a 2-day break between pairings. And after the 3-day pairing, or the 3 cycles of pairing with 3 different snakes, I give him a week off and I feed him. And he eats. He eats a lot. He's a bit of a pig. And then I let him rest for a couple more days. He goes back into the 3 female cycles and so on and so forth. He's been breeding like this for around a month. And I'm probably going to give him a 2-week break just to make sure that his body recovers and that his reserves of genetic material get built back up. That's just what I'm doing. It's working so far, and it's Sprinkles here looks like he's not very stressed out. He can probably do more. However, I don't want him to exhaust himself, right? Alright, so this has basically been breeding ball pythons on regards to the males. There's I like having bigger males. You should too, just for the sheer results, right? Alright, well, that's the end of this video. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below on what you think of the video and maybe a suggestion for a future one. As always, thanks for coming by and checking out the vid, and I'll see you guys in the next one.